Very good. And then the final anecdote I'd like you to recount, and you've got to recount this cleanly, in that you can't say the same word you said in the book. You have to have some other euphemism, some other way of expressing this. But talk about this is a trip in Wales, and this is a seagull supper, we could say.
Yeah, this was a ride. Actually, coincidentally, it was a ride I was doing exactly 2 years ago today, because Google Photos reminded me this morning. So exactly 2 years ago today, I was doing a 1,000-kilometer ride with a friend in Wales. And we were, I think, 2 days in at this point, and we'd had a really tough day of climbing because Wales is a hilly country. And we were in a little town called Bala. Towards the end of the day, we still had maybe 5 hours or so to go, and we stopped to eat, and we got to the fish and chip shop in Bala just as it was closing. So it was one of those real skin of your teeth moments where you're thinking, oh, if I'd been here just 5 minutes later, I wouldn't have been able to have any food. So I got this fish and chips, massive fish and chip dinner, and we were sat on a bench outside, and some huge zonking great bird just did the biggest plop across my dinner. And so you can just imagine my face as I'm starving hungry. I've got the only hot food in town, and I'm just watching seagull droppings erupt across my dinner. But the thing is, and this is one of those things that makes you wonder about long distance cycling, I was so hungry, I just pushed all the plop to one side and carried on eating. And that's the sort of animal that you become after a couple of days on the road. And that was only going around Wales. That wasn't like crossing Europe. That was just 3 days in Wales.